Ever wondered how some people seem to have an endless supply of motivation? It's as if they've tapped into some hidden reservoir, endlessly fueling their drive to achieve, to conquer, to excel. It's not magic, it's motivation, and its power is boundless. Motivation is the engine that powers our journey towards our goals, both personal and professional. It's the spark that lights the fire of ambition, the force that propels us forward, even when the road gets rough. And it's crucial to remember that motivation isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. What motivates one person might not work for another. For some, it's the prospect of achievement. For others, it's the desire to make a difference. Some days, just getting out of bed can be a victory in itself, but here's the exciting part. Motivation isn't something that's bestowed upon a lucky few. It's not a trait that you either have or you don't. It's a muscle. And like any muscle, it can be trained, it can be strengthened, and it can grow. Think of it like a garden. A garden needs the right conditions to flourish: sunlight, water, good soil. Similarly, our motivation needs the right environment to thrive. It needs positive thoughts, clear goals, and a strong belief in our ability to achieve. And just as a gardener tends to their plants, nurturing them and helping them grow, we too can cultivate our motivation, tending to it, feeding it, and watching it blossom. It's not always an easy process, of course. There will be days when it feels like that garden is filled with nothing but weeds. But that's when we need to remember that even weeds have a purpose. They're a sign that the soil is fertile, that growth is possible, and with a little care and attention, those weeds can be replaced with something far more beautiful. So let's start tending to that garden. Let's start cultivating our motivation. Because the key to unlocking endless motivation lies within each of us, waiting to be discovered. So, how do you tap into this wellspring of motivation? Now that's the golden question, isn't it? Well, let's explore some strategies that can turn the abstract concept of motivation into a tangible daily reality. First off, setting clear, attainable goals is paramount. You see, motivation is fueled by the desire to achieve something. So be specific about what you want to attain. If your goal is to write a book, break it down into smaller tasks, such as writing a chapter a week. This makes the task less daunting and more manageable, thus boosting your motivation to get started. Next, visualize your success. Picture yourself achieving that goal. Feel the sense of accomplishment. This mental image acts as a beacon, guiding you towards your goal. It's like a trailer for a blockbuster movie. You know the best parts are yet to come, and you can't help but be excited about it. Now let's talk about your environment. It plays a significant role in shaping your motivation. Surround yourself with positivity. This could be in the form of supportive people who encourage your pursuits, or a physical workspace that's organized and inspiring. When your surroundings echo your aspirations, it amplifies your drive to reach your goals. I can't stress enough the importance of self-care in maintaining motivation. It's easy to get swept up in the pursuit of our goals and forget to take care of ourselves. Regular breaks, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and physical exercise are not luxuries but necessities. When you're physically and mentally fit, you're better equipped to tackle challenges and stay motivated. Finally, remember that motivation ebbs and flows. It's not a constant state of mind. You'll have high energy days and low energy days. That's perfectly normal. The key is to not let the low days discourage you. Instead, use them as an opportunity to rest, recharge, and reassess your strategies. Remember, motivation isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. You need to find what works for you. So experiment with different strategies, tweak them to fit your style, and keep pushing towards your goals. The wellspring of motivation is within you, waiting to be tapped. Did you know that productivity and motivation are closely linked? It's an intriguing relationship that we often overlook. Let's delve into this a bit more. When you're productive, it's like a natural motivational boost. You feel accomplished, capable, and ready to tackle even more. On the flip side, when you're feeling motivated, your productivity tends to skyrocket, creating a positive feedback loop. It works in a cyclical way. Productivity fuels motivation, and motivation, in turn, fuels productivity. Now you might ask, how can I increase my productivity to kickstart this motivational cycle? Well, the first step is to prioritize your tasks. Imagine you're a juggler. You can't possibly keep all the balls in the air at the same time. You need to focus on one or two and keep them moving. The same principle applies to your tasks. You need to decide which tasks are the most important, the ones that will have the greatest impact, and tackle those first. Another tip is to eliminate distractions. In today's digital age, we're constantly bombarded by notifications, messages, emails, you name it. It's easy to lose focus and find ourselves scrolling through social media or replying to an unimportant email. Try creating a distraction-free zone when you really need to focus. This could be as simple as turning off your phone or using an app that blocks certain websites during your peak productivity hours. Keep in mind that productivity isn't about working non-stop, it's about working smart. It's about balancing your time and energy to achieve the maximum output without burning yourself out. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Lastly, celebrate your victories no matter how small. Finished a difficult task? Give yourself a pat on the back. Overcame a challenging situation? Acknowledge your achievement. These little celebrations can do wonders for your motivation. In conclusion, productivity and motivation go hand in hand. When you feel productive, you feel motivated. And when you're motivated, you become more productive. So start prioritizing, eliminate distractions, and celebrate your victories. Remember, productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most efficiently. How you start your morning can set the tone for your entire day. This is not a hyperbolic statement. It's a reality that many of us have experienced firsthand. The first hour or two after you wake up can be a powerful catalyst for the rest of your day, shaping your mindset, energy levels, and overall motivation. Let's start with the most basic yet essential element of a morning routine: waking up early. Those who rise with the sun often report feeling more productive, focused, and mentally agile. This is because the early morning hours are typically quieter and less disruptive, allowing you to start your day in a calm and peaceful state. But it's not just about the time you wake up, it's also about how you spend those first precious minutes. You might consider starting your day with a mindfulness practice, such as meditation or deep breathing. These activities can help center your mind and set a positive tone for the day. Physical movement is another key component of a motivation-boosting morning routine. Whether it's a brisk walk, a yoga session, or a high-intensity workout, getting your blood flowing can help wake up your body and mind, making you feel more alert and energized. And of course, don't forget about nutrition. A balanced breakfast can provide the fuel your body needs to power through the day. Instead of reaching for sugary cereals or pastries, opt for protein-rich foods like eggs or Greek yogurt, and pair them with whole grains and fruits for a well-rounded meal. Lastly, take a few moments each morning to set your intentions for the day. What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? By clearly defining your objectives, you can start your day with a sense of purpose and direction, which can significantly boost your motivation. Remember, your morning routine doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Even simple habits can make a big difference. So experiment with different strategies and find what works best for you. After all, we're all unique, and what works for one person might not work for another. Your morning routine is your first opportunity of the day to cultivate motivation. So seize it and watch how it transforms your day. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. We started off by understanding the profound power of motivation. It's not just a buzzword, but a propelling force that drives us to achieve our goals and aspirations. It's that inner spark that ignites our passion, fuels our creativity, and keeps us moving forward, even when the going gets tough. Moving on, we explored some effective strategies for boosting motivation. Remember, motivation isn't something that happens to us, but something we can actively cultivate. We discussed the power of setting clear, achievable goals and the importance of maintaining a positive mindset. We also highlighted the significance of rewarding oneself for each milestone achieved, as it reinforces the feeling of accomplishment and encourages further effort. Next, we dove into the intricate link between productivity and motivation. It's a symbiotic relationship where each enhances the other. A productive day can boost our motivation as we see tangible results of our efforts, and likewise, a high level of motivation can lead to increased productivity. It's a virtuous cycle that we can all harness to our advantage. We also discussed the critical role of morning routines in setting the tone for a motivated day. How we start our day can greatly influence how the rest of it unfolds. So incorporating motivating habits into our morning routine, like exercise, meditation, or reading, can help kickstart our day on a positive note. But remember, all this information is of no use unless you put it into action. So I encourage each one of you to apply these tips and strategies in your life. Start small, but start somewhere. It might seem challenging at first, but with time and consistent effort, you'll start seeing the difference. And lastly, let's not forget that motivation is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So flex that motivation muscle every day. Push your boundaries, challenge your limits, and see the magic unfold. Remember, motivation is a muscle that you can strengthen. Start today and see the difference it makes in your life.